G'day there, I'm Tony Glynn. Welcome to the PGG Wrighston Stud Tour. Now this week we're at Matariki Hereford Stud with Jimmy and Becky Murray, just north of Kaikoura here in the Clarence Valley. We've got a sale on today, the annual bull sale, and it's a combined sale with Woodbank Angus, that's Jimmy's cousin John. Let's go and have a look. Jimmy Murray here at Matariki Herefords. Whereabouts are we, Jimmy?
We're now south of Blenheim and half an hour north of Kaikoura.
Okay, and how long have you been on the place, Jimmy?
I've been here for a couple of days, Tony.
Yeah.
No, I've been here took over here when I was 23.
So it's a family place though?
Family place, yep. Mum and Dad started it.
Yeah.
AJ, our grandfather, came out from Scotland. He had a place in Wrighston, and he sold that because they wanted to build houses on it. So then he moved up here to Clarence on his horse, rode up here. He went up actually to buy Warranui, a place further up the road, and time he got there, too many cups of tea on the way, it had been sold. So
he was a bit late.
He was a bit late, so
Yeah.
he came back and brought Woodbank. And then he rode up a few weeks later and brought the Bluff, where Richard, my brother, is now, which is in from Kickerang. And
cousin John now on Woodbank.
Johnny's on Woodbank. And then after the war, they split it in half. Ross, Johnny's father, and JG, my father, they split it up after the war and took Matariki off Woodbank and then another block for their sister.
Yeah.
And then so that split that up, and Dad bought the sister's block, and then that's how it is. Yeah.
So how big's Matariki now?
It's about 4,000 acres.
Yeah. What are we running here commercial wise?
We run about 2,000 ewes and 300 registered cows, and hoggets and fat and everything usually.
Yeah.
And that's the season. For us, the sort of weather's sort of 15 inches to 30,
Yeah.
to 30 to 6 to 40 inches. Yep, it's pretty. Well, that's mils, probably 800 mils. So it's pretty good. But yeah, that's us really.
Been a bit dry this year.
It was pretty good earlier on, and then sort of rain went right round us and came back in. But it was a better season we've had for a long time, so it's been good.
Yeah. And on the sheep side of things, what do you got there?
Corriedale ewes.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been putting a Romney over them, but we're going straight back to the Corriedale, and we'll put them and hopefully get a lot more wool into the Merino New Zealand contract.
Yeah.
And hopefully put some lambs into the Merino New Zealand contract too. Yeah. So that'd be good. I'm really excited about it. It's pretty positive times really for sheep and cattle and wool. It's been really good. We haven't seen that for years.
Yeah. When did the stud start? Did your father start the stud? Or?
Yep, my father started the stud in 1953. He brought some cows from Gisborne, from the Munga 2 blocks in Gisborne, some horn cows. And then he brought a bull, Glen Park Bachelor, which came out from England. It wasn't a cow that came out from England. And that got the Matariki Hereford stud going. We all started with horned and then put polled bulls over horned cows. Yeah. And we still mix, we've got a horned and polled stud now, and we still mix the two, whatever. Yeah. The aim is to produce a good carcass and a good meal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, that's what the aim of it is, and to get meat on them. Richard, my brother, did it for a while until he went to the Bluff, and then my other brother ran it for a while, and then I came home and I loved it. I've been right into it all my life. Yeah. And had Dad at home here, and we got it cranked up again, and away we're going, and it's going good.
And a very much a family situation here?
Very much a family situation, yep. We've got Beck and I, my wife, and Sam and Lucy are twins. Sam and Lucy are 21 and Jack's 18, and they're all passionate about farming.
Yeah.
Which is really, really exciting for us. It's really great. And we've got these, got 3 people that just can't get on land quick enough. So there's a fair bit of work to do in the next few years, somehow or other.
And the kids are all quite keen too on the stud side of things?
Yeah, Jack's particularly really keen. Sam's getting keener, and she's doing agricultural science at Lincoln, doing honours this year, so she's on the other side of it. So I've got one good farm advisor and two other fellas that she can keep in line.
You're about to retire early.
Yeah.
Sam and Jack Murray here at Matariki Hereford Stud. What are you up to, Jack?
I've just finished school, Tony. First year out of school, so just doing a year here at Matariki, helping Dad.
Yep.
And you'll probably go to Lincoln next year. And
go to Lincoln to learn how to drink.
Yep.
What about you, Sam?
I just come home from shepherding down in North Canterbury, and just having a quiet winter and started a new job in September. So
Yep.
yes,
Any way to manage a block?
yeah, I'll have a go anyway. Yeah.
Now, you're both quite keen on the polo.
Yep, we both, and Dad, and
Yeah. Where do you play polo around here?
local clubs, Blenheim.
Yeah, we play for Blenheim and spend most weekends driving to Christchurch.
We get down on the weekends and are a bit rough, and Mum rides a few of the horses during the weekend, so the horse is a bit unfit, and we haven't hit a bull in ages, and we're sort of shit, we're not too sharp.
Yeah.
But so we'll put a wee practice field in and try and make some more horses and do a bit. Yeah, get into it.
No, it's good fun. It's a really good hobby. Other people like going partying, but I think it keeps you out of trouble and you get something to put your mind to in weekends.
Well, yeah. Well, Dad, we probably wouldn't have got on it. So Dad and Mum played years ago, and we went down to school and sort of got into it. They had a school team, and it's really good. If we didn't have the support from Dad, we probably wouldn't be playing, Mum and Dad. But Dad loves it because it's just good. It gets the mind off the farm every now and again, and
Get away, yeah.
get away.
And get out to a few dog trials too.
Not me,
Yeah.
I'm Gerald. Sam is.
I try to get as many as I can, but they're sort of the same season as polo, so you're sort of left umming and ahhing and what you're going to go to. But I really enjoy the dog trials, and it's good. It's a good social event too. So
Just in the meantime, both helping out here on the farm, and a little bit of competition there between the boys' dogs.
No, not at all. My dog is freaking terrible compared to Sam's, but I give it a go. There's a bit of banter between them.
there it
But
is. There's a bit of banter for everything.
yeah.
So you'd both be quite keen to carry on with the stud. You enjoy the stud side of it.
Love the stud. And, well, Dad bought all three of us, me, Sam and Lucy, all a cow each, and we were about, I don't know, I was probably about 4.
Wheat daggers.
And from the Wrighston Hereford dispersal sale.
Yep.
So we've sort of well, it's sort of been a good way of getting to enjoy like the whole side of the Hereford stud, and
It's it makes cattle farming fun. Like it's not just run them in and weigh them and fatten them and the way they go. You really get to know your stock and not so much me, but we look over on the hill and that's old 05 223 or it's, and you really get to know your stock, and it's really good. I really enjoy it. And it's a real perk when you have the day like today at the bull sale and you get to all the progeny going.
See the clients and ask how their bulls are doing, and that's quite good. I did a couple of weeks up at the Glens of the Car and saw a heap of the old bulls were sold up there, and Sam's seen heaps where he's been working, and you sort of go through and see how all the bulls are going. And
Bit of a team effort here today. I see Becky flat out with the ladies down there.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome day, and the support from all the locals is just bloody stunning. Everybody sort of rolls up and does their bit and helps in the kitchen, and Rob and Beck do a great job organising that. It's really, really good. You've done it for a few years and it just ticks away and ticks away. It's a very nervous time, the old bulls.
Yeah.
Most people don't. You sort of run around, we've done this, we've done that, and no, Beck does a great job. She does a tremendous job. She's awesome on the computer and keeps us all in line there, and if it wasn't for her, the stud wouldn't be anything like it is now, because I know it's good in the old computer. But that's cool, and the kids, Luce couldn't be here today because she was got an exam this morning, but Sam and Jack, they can't get here quick enough, and Sam's just been working away down the Inland Road, and he's come home for a while, and Jack's here, and we've got lucky to have Keith and Heather Taylor, which have come from the North Island, and they're great. So they've been here for a while. It's Keith's first bull sale, so no, it's great. Bit of teamwork, and it just works like clockwork.
And a nice lineup of bulls today.
Yeah, no, time will tell, won't it?
Yeah.
Time will tell how good
they
they
in about 3 hours. Yeah. And I see not a bad selection there for next year too, up on the crop.
Yeah, no, there's some interesting calves there. Yep. The aim is to get better and better, and easier and easier doing a cattle, and more of them.
Yeah. You don't like the cattle to be too big?
No, I don't want the cattle too big. It's really, a few years ago we had these great big cows and they were too big for the country and ran off the spine. And everybody thought, we've got to be big to be heavy. You don't have to be big to be heavy. You've got to have the width across. Once you get depth of rib in your cattle, you'll get width across the top. And that's what pays the bills. And you're finding now that those smaller, deep, with the cattle are weighing more than those big, heavy ones did anyway, and they're much easier to keep.
What are you really breeding for?
We're breeding for the beef market and cattle for South Island high country.
Yeah.
And I'm very fussy on a type. I've got to have a type. I'm really type first, and then figures come after that just to keep it right. But the type's got to be the number one, and the structure and type, and just easy doing cattle with softness, and it's pretty simple really.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, and then we just balance it with figures if you need to. I'm not a fan of figures. I think we're doing a lot of damage with that. But it's a tool and we've got to use it. Mm.
Now, on the marketing side of things, you're involved with Hereford Prime.
Yep, I'm lucky enough to be involved with Hereford Prime and Laurie Patterson from South and Mark McKenzie and Philip Barnett and it's been a really, really interesting journey, really. And we're starting to gain a fair bit of momentum now, and we're killing it at Taylor Preston's in Wellington. And we've also lucky enough to have the Silver Ferns have come aboard, and the Angus Hereford thing is all squared up and equal, and it's really good. So it gives the commercial guy plenty of options, and that's the aim of the whole thing, is to give guys options where you can put their cattle in, and it's good. It's really good, working well, and we've seen a lot of cattle hanging up. And that really pushes you on to carcass, to see steers hanging up and aiming to get P1s and P2s, and that's the carcass. You've got to have that good carcass and that round of muscle and that thickness across the top and that depth of rib. Pretty simple, really.
Yeah. You got the recipe?
Got the recipe. Just got to get it there and get more of them there and get the whole industry that way, and then it's easy.
And with the bull sale, the combined bull sale today?
Yep, we've had a combined bull sale. We originally started and we had... there was a whole heap of us used to sell in Kaikoura, and then Johnny and I went out on our own and built a bit of a complex and a bit of a shed, and it's just made it up so much easier because we don't have to get up and fire our bulls down to Kaikoura and then get them away from there. We just wander them down, put them in the paddock, and hopefully somebody comes and buys them.
And you've got a great setup down there now.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome setup. It works really well, and there's a bit of history involved in it with the shed and where the old stables used to be, in the old days, the old Woodbank stables used to be, and the old Trollope house that was built in 1850. It's really a great spot, and a great view of the mountains on a good day.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
So, no, they're pretty lucky, really.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Works really well. And the combined sale's awesome. We've got Johnny, who's breeding much the same type of cattle as us, and he's pretty critical of us, and we're pretty critical of him, and not, in a positive way. And it's really exciting because we've got Johnny's boys, Benny and George and Timmy, and they're great with our boys, and our boys are a bit younger than theirs, and it's the whole thing's working together and working really well. And that's the aim of the whole beef industry, is to get people working together and marketing the product.
Yeah.
Instead of fighting amongst each other, get out there and work as one and market quality beef. That's my thoughts.
Selling a few bulls to the brother at the Bluff.
Yep, sell a few bulls to my brother at the Bluff, Richard, yep.
Hopefully he'll have the checkbook there today.
Hopefully that'll be good, Tony. Hope somebody remembers to bring the checkbook, it'll be great.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Are you boys pretty happy with the bulls going through the sale today?
Yep. No, I think they look awesome. It's hard to compare them to last year, but I think they're right up for them.
You got a favourite there, Hoggett?
Oh, I've got two of my own in it, and Lucy's got one. I'm not too sure about Sam this year. Sam had the top price bull last year in the sale.
Well, we better go and have a look at the sale and see how you get on, boys.
Yeah.
There's a bull with tremendous presence of God, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the capacity to him. Very strong. Look at those brooding eyes he's got here on the top, ladies and gentlemen. Carries on down from a lovely shoulder construction here. He's got a high volume of meat and a big bull. Beautifully big balanced sire here, ladies and gentlemen. Up at 3 to start him in. Up at 3 to get him at 3. 3,000, better get 4. 4 at 4,000, better get 4. 5 to get 4. 4 to get 4, better get 4,000. Better get 4,000, better get 4,000. 4 to get 6 down here. Up at 6 on him, Robbie, you're out. Up at 7 here. Up at 7, go on 8 where? Up at 7, better get 7,000. Up at 7, get 7,000. Up at 8,000. I get 8. I get 9 here. I better get 9,000, he says. Get him at 9 bit prima. 9's over here. At 10. With your gone. 10's here. 10,000's here. Up at 10 to get him. I'll slide you a half you like. 10,000 bid for him. Can you get him away here? Help me get it, 10,000. It's 11,000, he said. I've got 11, I got 11,000, 11,000 here. You buy the bull, you can get out of the cupboard. Fist down, shortly. 11,000 here. I've got 11,000, 11,000. Quick done. All over then. 11. Evans. Oh, Mount Peel. Thank you, Rich. The Evanses. Heading south, Mount Peel at 11.
How did it all go, Graham?
Oh, just had a really good sale, Tony. It's been very pleasing. We sold 44 out of 44 Hereford bulls for an average of $7,111, so that's very strong. But the Hereford sales this year have been very strong, but it's a great testament as to the job that Becky and Jimmy have been doing.
Yep.
And the family, and they'll be very pleased with the way it's all gone.
Yep.
Fantastic for them.
Now, you've been around quite a few of these bull sales. How'd these fellas line up today?
Oh, the Matariki Herefords line up very well this year, and obviously the Angus sales have done well too. It's a bit of a swing back for the Herefords in some ways. I think people were just found some of the Angus sales a wee bit too expensive, so they've changed over to the Herefords, and obviously the Herefords have well, this will be the strongest sale here for a long time.
Yeah.
Actually, the Herefords bet the Angus in the average this year, which is the first time that's happened for a wee while between Matariki and Woodbank.
Good to see.
Good to see from Jimmy's point of view, definitely. He'll be very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Johnny was also very pleased with his sale too, I'd say.
A few of those bulls today heading away to the North Island?
There are. There was a few Hereford bulls going to the North Island and a few Angus bulls going to the North Island. The top price Angus bulls going to the North Island today to Tochinuri stud. And the top price Hereford bull went down to Te Anau. But there's lots of commercial bulls bought over the 10k mark today, which was very strong for the Hereford market.
Simon Lee here at the Matariki bull sale. So how'd you go today, Simon?
We brought 4 bulls today, and we got the bulls we wanted, and it was a bloody good sale. It was strong, and it makes you realise how good the beef industry is and how people feel about it.
Yeah.
We had to front up, I suppose, and buy the bulls if we want to go forward in our operation and target these bulls. We've got to go and pay for them.
Yeah. How'd they stack up in the paperwork?
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, they're bloody good in the paperwork. And with Jimmy and the boys being, such good stockmen, and they know their stock and they're so passionate about their Herefords, there's nothing in there in the whole lineup that you wouldn't buy.
Whereabouts are you based, Simon?
We're down in Parnassus, which is just north of Cheviot by about 25 minutes. And we're up the Leader Road there at Mendip Hills, yeah.
Nice place, Mendip Hills. We've been there before. Now, what are you running there, Simon?
We winter 32,000 stock units on 6,200 hectares, and the basis of it is it's a breeding operation. We have a finishing farm in Ashburton. We've got 10,500 ewes, 1,400 breeding cows, and about 1,500 deer hinds on the hill, and we fatten all our cattle. And all our lambs and weaner deer go down to Ashburton. So the cattle stay on Mendip for 2 winters, and so they go off as a sort of a 2-year-old or sort of around there.
And a Hereford man?
Yeah, Hereford, yep. Yeah, we're crossbreeding a wee bit, but it's mainly a Hereford herd. It has been a Hereford herd. We're a horned Hereford herd, and we have been buying bulls here off Jimmy for the last 4 years. We've had great success with them. Probably more so is the temperament, the type of bull that will work on our hill country, because we've got mobs of sort of 200, 240 cows, and we have to have large mobs of bulls going with those cows.
Yeah.
So when you're dealing with the bulls, they're easy to deal with, they're easy to get out, so it makes the job so much easier.
Richard Murray from the Bluff Station. Whereabouts is the Bluff Station, Richard?
On the other side of this range of mountains here, we go in from Kickarang,
Oh, yeah.
and it's between the inland kaikoras and the seaward kaikoras, and we've got, well, basically 1,000 cows.
So 1,000 cows must be a fairly big place.
It's just 13,000 hectares basically.
Yeah.
The muzzle used to be part of the Bluff originally, and that was sold off in 1980. So we've got straight Hereford cows, straight Angus cows, and some cross cows. The Bluff's been buying bulls here for, well, long before I came to the Bluff.
Yeah.
And yeah, before, when the sale was in Kaikoura, when it first started off, or even before they had a sale before they had an auction sale. The Bluff's been buying bulls here.
Buying bulls off your little brother, you must get a bit of a discount there.
No,
No?
no,
That's not good enough.
no. And well, Johnny's my first cousin too, so
You get black bulls too?
yeah, we bought black bulls too.
So how about today? How'd you get on?
Bought 7. Hamish, our son, was doing the bidding, and he was the one that was calling the shots on how far he was going to go or whatever. But that's good. It's the next generation taking over. I was sitting next to him, but he had the final say.
There's no elbows going in there.
No. I just tried to hurry him up every now and again because I thought he should have been getting into it, but that's all right.
And you're fairly happy with what he got there?
Yeah, I'm very happy with what he's got.
Yeah.
It's a really neat setup with Matariki and Woodbank, because this was always the original part of Woodbank, the sort of where the sale complex is, as the old draft stables used to be. Yeah. So this was always the centre part of Woodbank, and it's now really fun to see it carrying on in the next generation and being still part of the same operation, well, the big operation, and it's really good that they can have their sale together and yeah.
Jeremy Pitts here at the Matariki sale. Whereabouts are you from, Jeremy?
Up the Altry Valley, just next valley over.
And how many cattle are you running up there?
Homing's only about 130 cows at our end, so on a great heap. It's fairly steep where we are, so it's not great cattle country, but it's
it's a fairly vast sort of. You're up there near Molesworth and that, aren't you?
About halfway in towards Molesworth. Yeah, so it's sort of steepish sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But so it's probably better suited to sheep in a way, but we just run a few cows around the bottom ends and yeah.
You always been Herefords up there?
Yeah, they have been. Yeah, grandfather sort of started off with Herefords, so and we've run them ever since really. So my brother who runs Angus down his end, but we've always sort of stuck with the Herefords. So
how'd you get on today?
Did manage to get one finally. Yeah, had to fight pretty hard. She's a good sale. So, it was good to get one in the end.
So you noticed a few changes since using the Matariki bulls?
I think they have. To be fair, they've got a lot more even, and sort of the depth and it's just the structural side of the cattle have really improved here in the last sort of 5-6 years. I think they're pretty even as a line now. It's not hard to find one that'll do the job. So he's certainly heading in the right direction, I think.
So they're growing out to fairly good sized bulls?
Yeah, they do. Yep. The last couple we've got have filled out pretty well. They've turned into great big fellas, so they get a pretty good start here too, which helps. So, yeah.
Great day for you, Jimmy. How'd it go?
Good. Yeah, very good. Yeah, good group of people, a lot of good commercial guys, and a lot of hell of good support. So it was great.
It was a great crowd there, wasn't it?
Huge crowd. Never seen so many people in the bull pens. It was awesome.
And you beat the Angus boys.
It's just great.
Yeah.
Very good.
John Murray here at Woodbank Angus. What a great sale, John.
Yeah, no, it was great. No, tremendous to think. It's one of the few, I would imagine, Hereford and Angus sales left in the country, and I think that's, tremendously beneficial for us both.
Yeah, no fighting between the cousins.
Oh, lots of fighting, but that's all part of the act.
Yeah.
A good scrap, you can't beat a good scrap.
Yep.
No, it's good, healthy competition.
Yeah.
And, Hereford's had a great day today.
Yeah. And,
Jimmy could have done with some more bulls, we could have done with a few less.
Yeah.
And other years it's been the other way around, so.
Still come out with a fairly good average there. And
No, very happy, Tony.
Good top money too.
It's always a nice perk to have one fall out the top end at good money.
Yeah.
And especially go to, a good home at Tochinuri up in the Wairarapa, and a good friend of John Jackson, so that's great.
Yeah. Good to see things picking up.
Well, just look at the sales this year. They've been stunning, really.
Yeah.
Stunning, really, and there seems to be a lot of bulls for sale.
Yeah.
We've had good clearances, and quite remarkable, really. Well-marked continuing.
Well, that was a great sale here today at Matariki, and that tidies up the season for us. We've met some awesome breeders around the country and we've seen some amazing stock. We'll be back in September with another run of great studs from all around the country. It's getting a little bit cold here.
I'm going to go and have a run. See you shortly.
For more information on the PGG Wrighston Stud Tour, visit ruraltv.co.nz and come and join us on Facebook.